Hey ladies and gents, this is Isdwis coming to you with a review of Mythic Legion's Raygorr. Miggy's here.
Hello.
Miggy's been asleep most of the day because he had a sleepover at his friend's house and they stayed up all night playing video games. And then when I got there to pick him up this morning, there were like 5 kids still there and they all look like zombies. Death warmed over. So... but hopefully he'll be bright-eyed and bushy-tailed for the review. Okay, Raygorr. I have really been looking forward to this figure. First of all, because I think the design is totally badass. But it also has a special place in my heart because it is a tribute figure named after a guy named Ray Wu, who passed away suddenly. A young guy. He was a admin on one of the Mythic Legion's fan boards on Facebook, and he was a great guy. Everybody liked him, and he passed away quite suddenly. So the Four Horsemen saw fit to create a homage figure, and they named it Raygorr, and this is it. It's finally here. It's a very cool addition to the Mythic Legion's universe. And let me go ahead and read Raygorr's bio. It says, although most of the Coliseum's gladiators fought against their will, warriors from the 4 corners of the world often traveled to Mythoss to test their mettle within the walls of the storied arena. One such combatant, Raygorr, arrived from a distant and mysterious land with a fighting style never before seen in Mythoss. Whether fighting barehanded or armed to the teeth, Raygorr's skill and bravery lived up to that of his legendary namesake, the dragon. So Ray Wu was Chinese, so I think that's part of why this figure was given a dragon motif, and you can see it there on the shield insignia. Pretty cool. It's a very Asian looking dragon. There's so many different looks and options that you can get with this figure. Let me show you. The cool thing about it is we've seen this helm before lots of times. We've seen it with, Vargas Vermilius. We've seen it with a bunch of other figures. And I just marvel at how they can continually create, with a few different paint apps and a few different configurations, new and unique figures that are cool additions to the collection, and that that I really end up liking. And this one, I think it's because of the colors, really pops. Let me take off the shield here. So first off, it's red and blue, and there's really nice wash on the armor, the spiky armor on the legs and arms, and he kind of gives me kind of a sort of mysterious bad guy, but like a good guy at the same time vibe. I don't know. What do you think, Miggy?
He looks like a good guy, but
a badass?
Yeah, because of his colors. I don't know. They're just...
And he comes with not only the horns on his head, he also comes with these. You can swap out the horns, as you can with all of the Mythic Legion's figures. And then you can stick these...
floppy ears?
No, I would say that these are more like... kind of reminiscent of dragon wings.
Oh, yeah, that makes more sense.
Right? Especially with a character that's known as the dragon. Now, does he have still have a good guy vibe, or more of a bad guy vibe?
More of a bad guy vibe.
Yeah. So if he's feeling particularly mean, then he can just put those on. And the thing about it, it's kind of like a Boba Fett thing. Like, he's a bad guy maybe, but you don't know. He could be a good guy. He's very mysterious, which kind of fits in with his bio of coming from some mysterious land. I wanted to show you guys the dagger. And I don't know if I've highlighted this feature, even though I've, reviewed many of these figures before, how it has that little thing to be, the little sheath, and it just fits in there perfectly. See that on the belt? And they took a lot of care in coloring the belt with the gold accents. I think this might be my favorite belt of all the figures when you have this big buckle with the skeleton head motif, or the skull motif. That's what gives him kind of a bad guy vibe. But all the different textures here, he's got fur on a kind of a loincloth thing. Then he's got this weathered leather with some metal accents, and then he's got this full-on loincloth with some really nice shading there on the wrinkles, so you really see what that looks like. And the interesting thing is there's a two-tone wash on both the the feet and the lower leg armor, and the hands and the upper forearm armor. So kind of gives them a two-tone look. I don't know if the camera picks it up and does it justice, but it's very, very cool because this is more of a muted blue tone, and then you got like a sharper little, racing car blue. It really pops nicely. He looks really good without the pauldrons as well. He comes in the package without the pauldrons on. I'll show you what that looks like. Obviously, you can have them with one belt or two belts. One pauldron.
Not two on. Not one.
With two? Okay, well, you can have them with none on.
Two still looks better.
He also, it depends on whether you want to, how you want to configure the belts, whether you want to have both belts on at the same time or not. I think I might even prefer just one belt. So you can remove that very easily. Just want to load him up with all his accessories there so you can see what that looks like. Kind of, because if I'm thinking that he's got like an Eastern fighting style, I think something about that would, for his movement to be a little less unencumbered or less encumbered by pauldrons and stuff. I kind of like how he looks this way. What do you think?
I think the other way's better with two.
With the two pauldrons?
Yeah.
Okay. What about, do you like him better with the horns, or do you like him better with the wings?
Horns.
Yeah, the horns are really badass. Cool thing about having extra wings is you can always mix and match them. So you like him with the horns. Mm-hmm. Do you like him with the single belt crossing the chest like that, and then the pauldrons? This is the way he was in the package, and he was like, I immediately just fell in love with him. But you think go with the pauldrons then?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the nice thing about these pauldrons is they've got three, different colors. It's red, black, and some gold there that really pops. Right? So what do you think? I mean, are you as amazed as I am as to how many different variations we've gotten with these armors, and how they can still come up with cool and unique characters? Because this guy, he really stands out to me. Yeah, you know what? I do. I think
he really stands out because his colors with the red, the bright red.
That's what it is more than anything, I think, is the color combination that I don't think we've seen with the red and the blue. That very heroic sort of combination. The heroic sort of colors with the badass, spiky armor. There's a cool juxtaposition, right? What do you think? Do you like him with the shield or without
the shield?
Without the shield? Yeah. Anyway, what else should I point out? This is what he looks like from the back. I haven't done one of these reviews in a while. For those of you that don't know, these are about 7-inch figures. This guy's probably might be a little over 7 inches with those horns popping out, but compatible with others like Masters of the Universe. And then obviously they have the mix and match capabilities. So there you go. So he's part of the Coliseum wave. I think they did a great job with him. Really happy that, you know, they got to name him Raygorr in honor of Ray Wu. Rest in peace, Ray. And that I think he would have been really, really happy with how this figure came out, and excited about, you know, the honor that they bestowed upon him. So anyway, that's Is the Wiz signing out.
Bye-bye.